Well, it's that time. November 15th. Well, actually, I'm filming this on November 16th, but you catch my drift. For those of you who follow me, who are subscribed to me, you know my situation and with my partnership, Broadband TV, BBTV. It's not a television company that does satellites nor cable. It's just a partnership that I have with my YouTube channel. And there were some misunderstandings that I had with them. It wasn't entirely their fault. Obviously, I signed a contract, and when I signed the contract was like in 2014. It was like a year and a half ago, almost close to 2 years. And when I signed the contract, I wasn't really monetizing that much. I wasn't really making that many videos. In 2014, I was mainly doing live streams, here and there, and put some videos together. I wasn't really that big. I'm not even big right now, but I got a lot of recognition during the Xbox One S fiasco, and all the other YouTubers out there that I was going back and forth. I'm not gonna mention names because I don't want to stir the pot. But for those of you who followed me, you know how I got to where I am right now. And I signed up with Broadband TV back in September of 2014, and I kind of half-assedly read the contract. I didn't really read it that much as I should have had. And I was in the impression that I get paid each month. And I do get paid each month, but it's 2 months behind. And the reason why I was so upset, why I only got paid like $5 for September and October, is because they were paying me for August and July. And July and August, I wasn't making that many views. I had like 108 subscribers. That's all I had. I was pulling in maybe 1,000 to 2,000 a month. Views. I was getting maybe 2,000 views a month, maybe. So I don't mean to bore you with all the details to death, but the reason I'm letting you know about this, it's so that way you have some idea as to what was going on and what happened. I didn't read the contract as I should have had read it, because I wasn't planning that I was going to be, getting a lot of views. I didn't expect that I'll be on a spotlight, as I am right now with my YouTube channel. And so I didn't read the contract properly. Now I read through contract. I already spoke to them. I have talked with Broadband TV. I spoke to one of the representatives. They're very nice people in Canada and Vancouver, and they did pay me. Let's just say it this way. They did pay me for the month of September and October. You have to understand, between the YouTube revenue, the cut they take, and then their cut that they take, I was getting paid my good share. I get paid my fair share to what I was agreed to when I signed the contract. So I got paid my fair share based on the clicks and the views and the revenue. They calculate all of the views and they separate in three different ways. One for YouTube, one for them, and then the third one is for me, the creator. And it all depends on how many views if you got more views, more subscribers, that means more revenue. It means your revenue is going to go higher. It doesn't mean your revenue always going to be the same each month of the 15th. It means that depending on your views and how many clicks and shares, let's say you got 10 million views on one video in 1 month. Let's say you have 40 million views in 1 month, and combine 2 months altogether for that period, but you're going to make some pretty good money, So it all depends on your performance, really. And I looked at some other partnership. More or less, they're all pretty much the same. They all have to give certain cut to YouTube. They will probably tell you otherwise to get you in to sign up with them, but more or less, YouTube is the big dog. It's their company, and they get the bigger cut. They have to, because it's their company. That's how they survive the business, which is Google, Silicon Valley, So there you have it. So the good news is I'm going to stay and continue making videos on this YouTube channel, even though I, have some people that agree with me, disagree with me, and that's okay. I'm not here to pick a fight with anybody. The way my channel works is I look at something, I use my own two eyes, I look at it and I see it, and then I compare it. Now, the one big fiasco I had right now was because of my Drive Club video, and some people saying that, well, I understand that there's no patch update for the video. I'm aware of that, and I'm aware that the lead designer and director of the game, which is part of the Evolution Studios, they're shutting down their studio, and he clearly said after Drive Club VR update, that's it, we're done, we're not doing anything. And I'm aware that there's no patch and update, but that's why I went in there. I said, let me go ahead and let me try it anyway. Let me see if by some weird chance I will see some difference. Now, granted, I've been playing Drive Club a lot of times, and I know personally how Drive Club feels and how it runs. And to me, it felt that the Pro hardware, at least to me, and this is what I'm seeing, guys. I have no intention of lying. I'm not doing it to clickbait, nor am I doing it to stir something. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. You've seen my videos, and it was 9 seconds, sometimes goes to 7 seconds, faster loading time, okay? I did notice a little bit faster, just slightly faster performance, a little bit, not by much. That's all I was trying to say on that video. To me, it felt that way. There's no graphical difference between the regular PlayStation 4 version and the Pro version. There's no graphical differences. The only thing I've noticed, it's a little bit faster, just a little bit smoother. Now, some are saying that PlayStation 4 Pro, and this is according to the person that designed the GPU and the hardware inside the PlayStation 4 Pro, saying that the hardware locks in for the games that are not patched and updated. Now, granted, that's written down there. I did some research, and it's true. That's the case. But I don't know. To me, I believe the jury's still out on that one. On that video, I will have to connect both my old PlayStation 4 Pro. I don't have my old PlayStation 4 Pro. I will have to buy another PlayStation 4 regular, excuse me. I don't mean to talk about too much about the Drive Club, but since we're here, might as well just mention it. I will get to the bottom of that video. I will get the down the road PlayStation 4 Slim, maybe during Black Friday or something, get it really cheap. I'm gonna connect PlayStation 4 Slim regular and PlayStation 4 Pro, and I'm gonna connect them together. And I will use my capture card, and I will edit the video, put them side by side, and then we're gonna see if there's any difference. To me personally, I feel that there is slightly faster loading times, maybe because of that. Hold on 1 second. As I was saying, I think it's personally because of that extra hidden 1 gigabyte GDDR5 memory RAM. There's this is what I heard, guys. I heard that there's an extra memory boost RAM that's being used for applications and other things. And I'm thinking maybe by some weird chance, maybe the system utilizes that needed memory for the game to load faster and for the game to just goes a little bit higher in the frame rate. Remember, when I talked about Drive Club, I'm just talking about nuances. I'm not talking about major drastic difference. There's no major drastic difference graphically on PlayStation Pro and the regular PlayStation 4. But I did notice it's a bit smoother. It runs a little bit smoother. That's all I was saying on that video. Anyway, let's continue to my subject at hand, broadband TV. So the good news is I will continue to go ahead and make videos. And I'm going to try to put some money aside for the new TV. Most likely it's going to be LG, that OLED LG, because I figured if I'm going to get a TV, might as well be something. Probably it won't be until like maybe spring next year. I want to get a like really, really good TV. I could get this year a P-Series Vizio, but I really want to get something future-proof for about 2-3 years. And I figured LG OLED, it's definitely the one that has stunning picture. Now, I'm not really that crazy about HDR. I know it comes with HDR, but to me, the OLED by itself will look stunning on 4K. And then when you add HDR10 to it, it's going to even look even more stunning. So that's what I'm going to be looking forward to doing. I'm also going to do some more reviews on PlayStation VR. I know that I have traded in my PlayStation VR, but I'm going to get it back. Probably around Black Friday, I might pick one up, or something like that for a half a price, or like $300. I don't know how much they're going to, I don't even know if they're going to drop the price on it, but I don't care. Even if they don't drop the price on it, I'm still going to get it, just to do a comparison review with the Pro. Now, since I have PlayStation 4 Pro, I can test and see some of the list of games that are available on that utilizes PlayStation 4 Pro power. And one thing I did notice that I have to actually compliment Sony. I've been browsing through some of the games. I went to the GameStop. I was browsing to some of the catalogs of the new games, including the Watch Dogs 2. And I've noticed that now they're marking the games that support PlayStation 4 Pro enhanced visuals. They have a marking where it says enhanced by PlayStation 4 Pro. Enhanced by PlayStation 4 Pro. And I think that's cool that they're doing that. So that way people that way people understand which games support PlayStation 4 Pro and which games they don't support PlayStation 4 Pro. Quite honestly, I'm really disappointed with PlayStation 4 Pro that they didn't utilize all of the games to support 4K and all of the games to use that, to harness that power. That's the one negative that I really would give Sony is, like, why in the heck didn't you harness that power and unlock that power for every single PlayStation game? Now, as far as the Xbox, I don't know. Is the Xbox Scorpio going to go down the same route, or are they going to make every single Xbox One existing game look good? If Scorpio, I'll tell you this, since we're here talking about this, if Scorpio and if Phil Spencer announces next year, 2017 June in Los Angeles on E3 show, if he announces and he says, hey, guess what, guys? Every existing Xbox One game since 2013 that's available will harness that power of 6 teraflops and that extra memory RAM and a fast CPU, will harness that power in true native 4K. If that is the case, then Scorpio is going to be a winner, and Scorpio most likely will end up being the highest selling console come November. That's only if that is the case, if that happens, which we don't know yet. All right, so this video has turned into a little bit of everything, a little bit of me explaining broadband TV and my contract, and the good news is everything's fine. They're not being shady. They're paying me my due share that I sign up with them, so I have no issues. I have no problem with them right now. We'll see what happens next year when my contract expires in September, if I choose to stay or not stay. Once my contract expires, then I'm free to leave next year in September, and then I can choose and go with someone else. But hey, if they treat me well and if they keep paying me my good share, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. So there you have it, guys. So there's the good news. Means this is good news because it means that I will stay. You know, the channel will continue to grow, and there you have it. So hopefully this clarifies the whole November 15th thing that I was discussing a month ago. All right, guys, have a good one. Take care.